Welcome back to Titan Sports. This is Anthony Mendolia along with Matthew Rosoff. We're here at Goodwin Field where the Cal State Fullerton Titans just capped off a 9-3 win against UC Davis. Matthew, the Titans looked pretty good out there tonight, getting a few hits on the board, a couple of runs. What did you see out there?
Absolutely. The Titans had more than 10 hits in this game, and Zach Liu and Caden Connor each had multi-hit performances. Liu even scored multiple runs in this game. So great performances all around. I think everybody did a great job, and Rapetti did 2 great innings of work as well.
Couldn't agree more, Matthew. So if I'm not mistaken, though, you have more of a story about a player that we didn't really see on the field tonight. Is that right?
Yes. About 2 weeks ago, I had the great opportunity to interview one of our relief pitchers, Finn Chester, who was coming off of Tommy John surgery. He has pitched in 14 games this season to pretty solid results. Cal State University Fullerton Titans pitcher Finn Chester was introduced to baseball as a child by his father while growing up in British Columbia, Canada. As he grew and progressed, playing for high school and then community college, he never expected what might happen one fateful day in 2019.
And I threw that one pitch, felt my elbow pop, and then I actually tried to throw another pitch because I didn't know what happened. And when I tried to throw that one, it really hurt my elbow.
The pop that Chester felt was a tear in his ulnar collateral ligament, one of the most important ligaments in the elbow joint. After consulting with doctors and medical experts, it was determined that Chester would need to get Tommy John surgery. This surgery is one of the most common amongst pitchers and was named after former MLB pitcher Tommy John, the first pitcher to ever successfully receive the surgery and return to the game.
I was definitely sad. I mean, being in the first round of playoffs, I really wanted to help my team out. We got to the second round and we only need to get past the second round to go to the World Series. So I was definitely sad, and I even told my coach right after, I said, if my elbow's fine, I want to be coming back and pitching. I'm going to come back and we're going to win a game. So it was definitely hard for me, and it was hard on me. I mean, the 16 months it took me to come back, it was a toll, and it was hard just being sidelined for that long and putting all this work in. But at the end of the day, it was all worth it.
While Chester was recovering from surgery, he watched baseball games and coached kids soccer and baseball to keep his head in the game. Chester's teammate, Grant Kelly, has also had Tommy John surgery and can relate to his experience. Here are Grant's thoughts on Chester's recovery.
I think Finn is in good shape. He stays up with it in the treatment room and takes his body as his #1 priority.
This is Chester's first season pitching for the Titans. So far, it has been a very good experience for him. He is really enjoying his teammates, coaches, and new friends. He loves being on the mound and getting to touch the ball every game he plays.
And I honestly felt for myself that really put everything in perspective. You know, we don't get to play this game forever. Nobody gets to play a game, no matter how much you make, forever. And so it's about the experiences and, like I said, the friendships, the memories you make with everyone. And it's just a lot of life lessons that I definitely think were put into perspective.
So that was definitely an enjoyable experience for me. I had never had the opportunity to speak to somebody in my life who was coming off of a major surgery such as that. To my understanding, Anthony right here has a feature story of his own to discuss.
Thank you, Matt. I had the opportunity to talk to a pitcher who hasn't really been playing that much this year, but is in his first year as Cal State Fullerton Titan, one of the coach's brand new recruits. Meet pitcher Grant Kelly.
So my favorite thing I just liked was playing both. I think that you get different things from baseball and basketball. Basketball is a high, fast-paced game, back and forth, a lot of action, where baseball is kind of the opposite, and you're getting that more slow-paced game. But if you're doing something like I am as a pitcher, you know, you're in the game and you're having a lot of action.
Grant Kelly is a freshman pitcher out of Rancho Mirage, California, and was one of the newest recruits in Coach Dietrich's system here at Cal State Fullerton. While we have not seen him on the field yet due to a nagging injury that he's trying to work back from, he has quite the history, especially being a two-sport athlete
I've
in
kept
high
the same
school.
throughout both, in baseball and basketball. Just kind of that, you know, I'm going to beat you no matter who you are. I think that's a very important mentality to have.
Grant says he got this mentality from two very special people in his life.
My dad. My dad did, and then also too, watching Kobe growing up. Like Kobe is my guy. Like rest in peace. Like he's just such an inspiration to me.
But while fans are excited to see Kelly mowing down hitters on the mound, he says they could possibly see him start knocking down jumpers on the court as well.
I don't know. I was actually, funny you ask, I was thinking maybe give it a try, go to a few practices. A couple of our guys entered the transfer portal, so there's going to be room on the team next year. I don't know. We'll see.
While this is exciting news for Coach Taylor's basketball team potentially this fall, Kelly is still working on coming back for Coach Dietrich's team this spring and has listened to his advice from his coaches.
I mean, pretty much from the coaches with Neil and Dietrich, they're just talking about high level intensity, really focusing on the little things like the details, making sure that we don't overlook any small things in practice. Even some things you may not think are important, they're important. Everything we do out here is important, from our jobs to our hitting to everything. And as long as we continue to do that at a high level, we're just going to be in a better spot, and we're going to be able to, carry on and pick things up here.
When Kelly does return to the mound, which should be soon, he will surely leave an impact for the Titans pitching staff. This is Anthony Mendolia from Titan Sports. It was definitely a pleasure talking to Grant. And for more post-game coverage here at Titan Sports, we now have Bryce Bautista and Marisa Palmerin-Flores.
Thank you, Anthony. One of the key contributors in the Titans' victory tonight was starting third baseman Zach Liu. Liu, a product of Orange Lutheran High School, could very well be on his way to a professional career in baseball. Here's more on that.
When you talk about the makeup of a player, it's tough to find someone with better makeup than Zach Liu.
Zach Liu, a junior at Cal State Fullerton, is the starting third baseman for the Titans baseball squad. Even though his size might be looked at as a disadvantage, Liu looks to further his baseball career by taking it to a professional level. He models his playing style after his favorite player, two-time World Series champion Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia was also known for his smaller appearance.
I mean, he was a smaller guy, just like me, and he just played with little attitude, and that's something that I looked up to ever since I was young, and that's what I strive to be.
What might help Liu to his potential career in pro baseball are the two prestigious programs Liu has been a part of for high school and college. Liu played all 4 years of high school baseball with a well-known powerhouse program at Orange Lutheran High School. Under head coach Eric Borba, the Lancers are currently the third-ranked program in the nation, according to Baseball America, and that comes with some neat perks for the athletes looking to go on to college baseball.
Well, there's a few things. Number one, the exposure they get, the exposure they get from both college scouts, college recruiters, and professional scouts is huge. I think the opportunity that they get to develop with the resources we have at Orange Lutheran, being a high-profile athletics program, just the little things like strength and conditioning and athletic training and academic support that they get at the school is second to none when it comes to high school athletics. It's very similar to a college model.
Since attending Cal State Fullerton, Liu has also received the right support and benefits from his program to help him in a potential professional career.
I mean, the coaching staff is always teaching the game, and I mean, we're always going to be on top of it.
Going from a top high school program that has produced undoubtedly a top 5 pitcher in baseball today, Garrett Cole, to a national championship winning college program at Cal State Fullerton, which has produced the likes of Justin Turner, Matt Chapman, Phil Nevin, as well as many others. Liu wasn't alone in that process, as two of his teammates as a Lancer, Caden Connor and Christian Rodriguez, have since joined Liu on the Titans roster.
I mean, it was awesome. Those were two good guys that worked hard, that did everything right, and it's nice to have them at college.
Another one of Liu's teammates from high school, Cole Wynn, is already playing professional baseball with the Texas Rangers organization. Sooner or later, there could be 4 members of one high school roster in the big leagues.
I mean, there's nothing better than seeing kids achieve those dreams. When you meet them at 14 years old, and every single one of them that walks onto campus has that aspiration to play in the big leagues, and you tell them, hey, we're going to be lucky if one person in this room makes it to the big leagues. And here's 3 just from Cal State Fullerton, then you add Cole Wynn that all played together, that potentially could all play in the major leagues, I think.
As Zach Liu finishes his junior year at Cal State Fullerton, professional baseball is surely on the horizon for this young man. His size might downplay his chances, But sure enough, it didn't for a player just like Lou and Dustin Pedroia. He has the knowledge learning from 2 top national baseball programs, as well as teammates along the ride with him on this journey. Only time will tell, but we might be looking at a future big leaguer here in Zach Lou. For Titan Sports, this is Bryce Bautista.
I had a blast talking to Zach Lou as well as Coach Borba of Orange Lutheran High School. Now here's Marisa Flores talking about how our Titans are doing off the field.
That's right, Bryce. I got the privilege of talking with Titans Jackson Lyon and Caden Connor about how their mental health is holding up this season. We always love to watch the games, but never ask about the players. Here's what they had to say.
Athletes are expected to be able to hit the game-winning shot or throw the last-second touchdown pass. It's affected some of the most well-known athletes, even Olympic gold medal winners. Student athletes face pressure from themselves, their families, their coaches, and their fans. The standard of athletic excellence isn't exactly easy to live up to. For the Cal State Fullerton baseball team, the pressures are no different. With such a historic program at Fullerton, athletes like sophomore first baseman Caden Connor have found ways to level their minds while playing during the season.
Baseball is a mental game, so it can get to you, but having good friends and having good coaches helps a lot.
For professional athletes, there has been a stigma around mental health that assumes you have to be mentally tough 24/7. When an athlete's reality does not meet the high standards, it's easy for fans to use social media and voice their frustrations or post criticisms. This has allowed for more conversation around the topic of mental health among even Olympic athletes. Junior center fielder Jackson Lyon is certainly no different. On the field, Lyon can be seen smashing baseballs to the outfield fences. Off the field, he's learned how to utilize his baseball surroundings to aid in his mental health.
With other players and coaches, they just want the best for me. And so I kind of take it with a grain of salt. I take the message and I try and either make that adjustment or, I just try not to take it personal.
Dr. Hillary Cawthon is a sports psychologist and mental performance consultant. She says 30% of athletes experience negative psychological symptoms on a daily basis.
This pressure performance environment is causing more psychological symptoms to be present. But only 10 to 15% of our athletes are seeking help.
Cawthon says it's important for fans to change this pressure performance culture by seeing these students as human rather than superheroes. Still, the mental health of athletes remains an issue and should be treated as such. Proactive steps to help students navigate their athletic careers may also help ward off longer-term damages for these athletes. Reporting from Cal State Fullerton, I'm Marisa Flores.
Well, we certainly hope they both continue to perform well and hold up well throughout the rest of the season. Here at Titan Sports Today, I'm Marisa Flores.
And I'm Bryce Bautista. We look forward to seeing you at the next Titan game. Good night, everybody.